brick, rep by rep, in silence. While they sleep. And when you walk in, they already know. No announcement needed. The iron speaks. I don't compete, I set the standard that they compete against. I don't follow trends, I am the reference, I am the evidence. Every room I walk into, the atmosphere adjusts. Power isn't loud, it settles like a layer of dust. Quiet before the quake, then the ground moves under them. I was building in the dark while they were numbering the days into my fall. I never fell, I rose. I am crowned upon my head, everybody knows. They tried to test the voltage, got burned by the current. Every challenger discovered something they weren't prepared for. The weight of facing someone absolute. I don't argue with the doubters, I just execute. This isn't ego talking, this is architecture. Every wall I built around my mind is ironclad structure. Earn the right to stand here, earn the right to be the one who doesn't flinch, the one they came to see. Iron crown, I don't bow to anyone. Iron crown, this power can't be undone. Built from blood and iron, fought from mixed line. Iron crown, let the rain begin. Iron crown, the heaviest thing I wear. Iron crown, and I carry it everywhere. No force on earth can pull this kingdom down. I am the power, I am the iron crown. Iron, ain't bending.
Ain't bending.
Never bends. Iron ain't bending.
Ain't bending.
Never bends. I studied every weakness and I turned mine into walls. I studied every giant and I learned from every fall. Not my fall, there's the ones who came before and crumbled. I took notes in the wreckage while the competition stumbled. There's a difference between power and the performance of it. I don't perform, I simply emit. Everything confirms it. The way the room gets quiet when I step onto the floor. The way they clear up happy cause they've seen this before. I'm not the loudest in the room, I'm the heaviest. The one whose silence carries more than all their sentences. You feel it in the handshake, feel it in the stare. Iron crown isn't something that you see, it's something that you feel in the air. They ask me for the secret, I say show up every day. When everyone is resting, I'm already on the way to something they can't reach because they never pay the price. Power built on sacrifice, I paid it more than twice. Iron crown, I don't bow to anyone. Iron crown, this power can't be undone. Built from blood and iron, formed from this sublime. Iron crown, let the rain begin. Iron crown, the heaviest thing I wear. Iron crown, and I carry it everywhere. No force on earth can pull this kingdom down. I am the power, I am the iron crown. Iron ain't bending.
Ain't bending.
Never bends. Iron ain't bending.
Ain't bending.
Never bends. Real power doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need validation. It doesn't need permission. It just is. The iron crown isn't worn for them. It's worn because it was earned. And what is earned cannot be taken. Ever.
Best in their best and watch their best come back defeated. Every film they tried to claim got overheated by the presence of someone who doesn't operate on fear. I operate on iron and the iron keeps me here permanent. I'm over the wall without a crack. Before they send at me just best and carry crack. I am the architecture of what power really means. Not the noise, the foundation, not the front behind the scenes. And now the scene is mine, the stage, the ground, the air. The weight upon my shoulders is the crown that I bear. And I bear it without trembling because I was made for this. Iron crown was always mine, they just couldn't see it yet. Every person who dismissed me only aiding to the way.
Every winner you ever admired had a plan before they had a result. They drew it, they built it, brick by brick, day by day. This is not luck, this is architecture.
I move on blueprints. Every step I take was calculated before the music hits. Mapped the whole terrain before I placed a single stone. Built the kind of structure that survives the storm alone. Discipline is the foundation, strategy is the frame. Consistency, the walls that hold the weight of every claim. I'm everything I tried. The failures were the data that corrected every flaw. Victory was always in the blueprint, raw. You want the wind and dry verse inside your mind. You want the crown and build a pad before you climb. No shortcuts in the structure, every corner has to hold. Architecture of victory, disciplined and bold. Architecture, I drew it before I built it. Architecture, the victory already in it. Every floor I raise is a day I didn't quit. Architecture of victory, this is it. Architecture, discipline is the stone. Architecture, strategy is the bone. Cuts and see the blood that runs through every wall. Architecture of victory, I built it all. Built it, 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 brick by brick, brick by brick, won't fall. Built it, 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 brick by brick, won't fall. I study every move before the move becomes a motion. Every goal I set gets broken down into the smallest notion of progress. Micro steps that the macro wins. The ones who rush the building always watch it fall again. I never rush the structure, I let every layer dry before I add the next one. Patience amplified into a weapon sharper than the ones who spit and fade. I'm still here at the finish, just the building still pays. See, I treat success like real estate, location, plan, and time. The blueprint matters more than hustle if you wanna climb. Hey, climb is what I do, methodical and clean. Architecture of victory, the sharpest thing you've seen. Every setback was a revision, not a demolition. Every failure was the data, feeding my precision. I don't rebuild from scratch, I build from what I learned. Architecture of victory, earn. Architecture, I drew it before I built it. Architecture, the victory already in it. Every floor I raised is a day I didn't quit. Architecture of victory, this is it. Architecture, discipline is the stone. Architecture, strategy is the bone. Constantly the blood that runs through every wall. Architecture of victory, I built it all. Built it, 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 brick by brick, brick by brick, won't fall. Built it, 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 brick by brick, brick won't fall. The difference between a dream and a result is a plan executed consistently over time without applause. Nobody claps for the foundation, they only see the building when it's done. Build anyway, every single day. Build anyway. Before they ever saw the result, every move I made was part of something more than default. I saw the finished building while they saw an empty lot, and I built it piece by piece with everything I got. No excuses in the blueprint, only measurements and lines, only discipline that shows up past 1,000 different times. When it wasn't comfortable, when it wasn't clear, when the structure looked like rubble, I was still right here, laying down another layer, never skipping the foundation of the great and long-term power for the short-term celebration. This is how the empire rises, stone by stone by stone. Architecture of victory, and I built it alone. Everybody. Everybody. This is the moment. Everything you bled for, everything you built in the dark, it's here. I didn't sleep for years, I was building in the night. Every door that closed on me became a source of light. They counted me out, wrote my name beneath the ground. I carved my throne from silence, now they all hear the sound. Sweat and sacrifice, 1,000 unnamed days. I didn't breathe for easy, I just burned through the haze. The ones who said it's over never saw what I could see. A destiny detonating and it's aiming straight at me. I feel it in my bones before the thunder even breaks. The ground is cracking open, this is everything at stake. No turning back, no
no slowing down, no room for doubt or fear. The explosion of my destiny, it finally is here. This is the explosion. The moment destiny ignites, every scar I carry now is burning into light. All the pain, all the nights, all the blood I gave. This is my explosion. Rising from the grave. This is the explosion, the stars align for me. Every sacrifice I make becomes my victory. Feel the ground collapse, feel the heaven shake. This is the explosion. Destiny awake. The cold floor when I had nothing left. Breathing through the failures, still committed every breath. They said the time is wrong, they said the odds are too severe. I looked straight into the storm and said I'll meet you there. Iron in my hands, iron in my mind. Left everything that tried to hold me far behind. This isn't luck, this is just compressed to one explosion. One moment, one detonation, controlled and chosen. The night is breaking open like it never broke before. Every single step I took was leading to this door. I don't just walk through, I detonate the frame. Nothing is the same, nothing is the same. This is the explosion. It's the moment destiny ignites. Every scar I carry now is burning into light. All the pain, all the nights, all the blood I gave. This is my explosion. Rising from the grave. This is the explosion. The stars align for me. Every sacrifice I made becomes my victory. Feel the ground collapse, feel the heaven shake. This is the explosion. The destiny awake. This much to lose. This is the moment the universe built you for. Detonate. Detonate. Explosion. Explosion. Destiny. Is down, 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 down. Explosion, I made it, take a bow. Explosion, the heaven crack apart. Explosion, I always knew from the start. Every night I bled led me to this crown. Every time I fell just to come back up from down. I am the detonation, I am the force unleashed. I am the explosion of destiny released. The explosion already happened. You were always the destiny. You just had to arrive. Stop! 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 You still feel it, even when you're broken, even when you think there's nothing left. That pulse in your chest, that's not just a heartbeat, that's a command. Keep moving. Move it. Keep moving. Keep moving. I felt it in the dark when I had nothing left to give. Every heartbeat was a reason, every breath a way to live. Not a great philosophy, just a pulse inside my chest. Saying move one more time, saying give one more rare bit. No talking words, it tossing rhythm in weight. Every thought against my ribs is saying don't you hesitate. I've been down so many times, the floor became a friend, but the pulse never stopped, so I never reached the end. It beat through every failure, beat through every doubt, beat through every night. I thought I'd finally run out of reasons, of strength, of anything to fight for. And then it beat again, and now I'm back through the door. Feel it in your hands right now, feel it in your feet, feel it in the fire that ignites with every beat. This ain't just a song, this is your body talking back. The pulse of overcoming, and it never leaves the track. Feel it in your chest, pulse, pulse, put it to the test. Every beat a battle cry, every thought a step. Pulse of overcoming, ain't done yet. Pulse, louder than the pain. Pulse, driving through the rain. Every time it hits, you know you're still alive. Pulse of overcoming, we survive. Pulse, pulse, hey stop it, hey stop it, hey stop it. Keep it know what it's like to sit inside the wreckage of a dream, when everything you built collapsed and nothing's what it seemed, when the weight of disappointment pinned you flat against the wall, and the only thing still moving is the pulse beneath it all. That rhythm in your chest don't care about your circumstances, it don't care about the losses or the fumbles, second chances. It just keeps on beating like it always knew you rise, like you held them after something you could barely recognize. And then one day you felt it louder than you felt the fear. One day the pulse was stronger than the voice that said stop here, and you did it and you moved and you took another round. The pulse of overcoming loudest underground. Everybody in this room has got a pulse that wants to win. Every soul that's still here fought their way back from the end. We don't talk about the falling, we just talk about the beat. The pulse of overcoming, carrying us off our feet. Pulse, feel it in your chest. Pulse, pulse, put it to the test.
Every beat a battle cry, every thought a step.
Pulse of overcoming,
Ain't done yet.
pulse, louder than the pain. Pulse,
Driving through the rain. Every time it hits, you know you're still alive.
pulse of overcoming.
We survive.
Pulse, pulse,
Ain't stopping, ain't stopping, ain't stopping.
keep it alive. Close your eyes for a second. Feel that. That's every rep you ever pushed through. Every night you chose to show up. Every time you said not yet, not today, not me. That pulse, 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 pulse is the proof, proof, proof. You're still here, you're still here. Now let it detonate. Now let it detonate. I used to think the heartbeat was just biology. Now I know it's something more, it's methodology. Every beat a micro choice to keep on moving forward. Every pulse a small refusal to surrender to the flow. I felt it when my body said it couldn't take another set. I felt it when my mind said this is as far as you get. In both times the pulse said otherwise, lifting me from inside out and opened up my eyes. This is not a metaphor, this is physiology, it's war. The body fighting for you even when your spirit's soaring. I learned to trust the rhythm over everything I feel. The pulse of overcoming is the only thing that's real, 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 real.
You earned this. Every drop of sweat. Every night you chose to grind over the comfort. Every moment they doubted you. You showed up anyway. This is your throne, built by your hands. Sit down on it.
They never built a throne for someone like me, so I gathered every scar and forged my own from steel. Hammered it from late nights, from the reps nobody watched. From the mornings I said yes when every muscle screamed to stop. I used to stand outside the door, a glory looking in, convinced that it was built for someone else, not for him. Then I realized the door was always open, I was scared. I walked straight through the fire and I claimed what I had within. The blood beneath this crown, invisible to all. I know every single crate inside this throne's great hall. Built it brick by brick through every fall and rise. And now the whole arena sees the glory in my eyes. I don't celebrate the easy, I celebrate the hard. Every scar across my story is a signature of God. This crown was not delivered, it was carved into the bone. I bled to build this glory in the blood that you still stole. Through the lightning, the blisters from the ground. Through the lightning, you hear that from the sound. Every night, every sacrifice I made. Through the lightning, this glory doesn't fade. Through the lightning, the crown is on my head. Through the lightning, I rose up from the dead. Nothing in this world can take what I have earned. Through the lightning, the glory that I burned. Glory, 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 glory. Ain't no taking, ain't no taking, ain't no taking. Go dunk in this pro.
I remember standing in the rubble thinking I was done, convinced that all the glory in the world belonged to someone else. Someone with more talent, more connections, more luck. I looked myself dead in the mirror and I said, get up. Not because it's easy, not because I felt the fire, but because the cost of quitting was forever getting higher. Every day I didn't move was a day I lost a fear, so I started moving daily. The throne began to appear, rep by rep. Now I'm out in prayer by prayer. The kind of glory that the doubters stop and stare. Open out because they never saw it coming. When the mirror years ago was now the one who's wanted. I'm not here to share the spotlight, I'm here to hold the flame. Everybody wants the glory, not everybody wants the pain. I wanted both, I chase both. Base of those like 4.9 where this crown I give us always now. Through moment they cheer your name. It's the moment you realize you would have done it all anyway. Even in silence, even alone, that's the throne. That's always been the throne.
I came on top of perfect, keep myself quietly. You barely doing what I think whenever breaking. Before we stand up, with this type of people's wall. Really falling and nobody shoot, I say it's tall. Don't get how to leave, with this evergreen the world. Evidence to ready splitting, cause they tag you right at door. And that is double me to baby, on the afraid of his score. I'm not the kid, in fact, the dollar, I'm not the canoe. Ain't gonna prove a shame. And it just be the black left. And it doesn't move, baby.
Initializing resistance protocol. Mind engaged. Body locked. Code active.
There is no retreat.
There's no retreat. System override, I rewired every circuit in my brain. Programmed out the weakness, deleted every trace of pain. They designed the world to pick the ones who dare to rise. I reversed the code, now I'm running on a different drive. Every rep of command, every breath a battle cry. Every drop of blood a signal I was built to never die. Machine mind activated, heart still beating raw. The code of resistance, written in my core. No shutdown sequence, no override they can deploy. No kill switch in my system, no command to destroy. The protocol is simple, rise, resist, repeat. I am the war machine, and I don't know defeat. This is the code of resistance.
Body and mind locked in.
Zero distance,
Every signal firing.
every system go.
This is the code.
The only code I know.
This is the code. Encoded in my veins. Programmed through the fire.
Locked in inside the pain.
No retreat, no surrender.
No abort.
This is the code.
The resistance reward. I don't feel the weight, I become it. I don't feel the dark, I run it. Every killer storm becomes a protocol I solve. Every system trying to stop me just makes my engine evolve. Downloaded every failure process, every scar converted. Every setback to the data that I yawed. They try to corrupt my core, the firewall held tight. The code of resistance can't be broken overnight. My mind is a fortress, walls built from discipline. My body is the weapon, war is coded deep within. They scan for a weakness found. Nothing they could break, the code runs deeper than the surface. Deeper than the ache.
This is the code.
The code of resistance.
Body and mind locked in.
Zero distance,
Every signal firing.
every system go.
This is the code.
The only code I know.
This is the code. Encoded in my veins. Programmed through the fire.
Forged inside the pain.
No retreat, no surrender.
No abort.
This is the code.
Resistance report.
They thought they could shut me down. They ran out of weapons. The code never expires.
The resistance never ends. resistance. Mind lock.
Body arm.
No system ever caused me harm. Resistance.
Running deep.
A code that doesn't sleep.
I am the protocol they couldn't override. I am the signal burning through the darkest night. I am the resistance code they built and sealed.
The code of resistance never gonna yield.
This is the code.
The code of resistance.
Body and mind locked in.
Zero distance.
Every signal firing.
Every system go.
This is the code.
The only code I know.
This is the code. Encoded in my vein. Programmed through the fire.
Formed inside the pain.
No retreat, no surrender.
No abort.
This is the code.
The resistance report.
Resistance protocol.
Complete.
System status.
Unbroken. Code. Permanent.
End of transmission.
Get up off the ground, eyes forward, face the storm. Nobody stops the one who's built to break the norm. Every scar you carry is a medal on your chest. Every time you fail, you were just passing every test. Woke up hungry, not for food, but for the win. Every wall they built for me became my discipline. Voice inside my head said you will never make it through. I raced straight into the fire, came out brand new. Fell down, stood up, learn to bleed and grow. There's no shortcut for the ones who choose to go. Harder, faster, sharper than I was before. If you were standing at my door, I don't live there anymore. I feel the ground shaking underneath my feet. This ain't the end, this where the champions meet. Nothing holds me back, nothing keeps me down. I'm the lightning that strikes where they said I drop. I am the ray.
I break everything that chains me.
I am the force.
No darkness ever tames or frames me.
Destroy the fear.
Destroy the doubt inside.
I am the ray of overcoming. Unleash, electrify. I am the ray.
Explosion without end. Nothing coming at me that I cannot bend.
Body of steel.
Mind that goes
I
beyond.
am the ray of overcoming. Unstoppable and strong. How many nights I'll stare straight at the ceiling, questioning if I'd arrive. Now I'm living what I'm feeling. Every training session, every tear, every note I heard today is yes, and no one takes away my word. Hit the bottom, came back loaded with gold. Didn't ask permission for the story I was told. The clock struck hard, I struck back even harder. This lightning doesn't bend, it cuts and burns it further. Every drop of sweat became the fuel I need. Every doubt I had is now a joke to me. Now the room shifts when I walk through the door. The ray don't ask for passage, it just shakes the floor. I am the ray.
I break everything that chains me.
I am the force.
No darkness ever tames or frames me.
Destroy the fear.
Destroy the doubt inside.
I am the ray of overcoming.
Unleashed, electrified.
I am the ray.
Explosion without end. Nothing coming at me that I cannot bend.
Body of steel.
Mind that goes beyond.
I'm the ray of overcoming.
Unstoppable and strong.
Stop. Feel the weight. Now remember everything that tried to break you. You're still here, still standing. Let's go ride! Bust the ray! Fire in my chest, thunder in my stride. Every limit that they set up heard and left behind. I'm not human when the beat hits like the train. I'm a ray of lightning, born inside the panic. I am the ray.
I break everything that chains me.
I am the force.
No darkness ever tames or frames me.
Destroy the fear.
Destroy the doubt inside.
I am the ray of overcoming.
Unleashed, electrified.
I am the ray.
Explosion without end. Nothing coming at me that I cannot bend.
Body of steel.
Mind that